Plate M for 4. Peter Melton. Plate number 3. Starts out of position number 5. Fast Eddie Warren on E out of 6. Stephen Maguire on 10 out of 7. And Craig Dack rounding out the finalists for the Marlborough Yamaha dealer team on plate number 2 out of position number 8. Are you ready for the final, folks? Okay. Let's give them a big, fantastic cheer and wish each and every rider the best of luck. Come on, they'll hear you. The Supercross Masters Grand Final. Ben Parise wins the start. Oh, and there's an almighty down in the bottom corner. Craig Dack is down. Peter Melton over the top. They've gone every which way. Jerry McGrath is down, but it's Ben Parise and Stephen Maguire. Fast Eddie Warren runs back in third. A chance of catching them. Back behind them, it's Peter Melton. Next one is Stephen Andrew, then Mike Jones. And right behind Mike Jones is Jeremy McGrath. Okay, they are up front and really running hard. The two leaders, Ben Parise on 16 and Stephen Maguire. Then back in the points, Fast Eddie Warren, then followed by Peter Melton. Stephen Andrews, the next one, followed by Mike Jones and then Jeremy McGrath. A great scrap going on for the lead. There's $8,000 at stake. That's all Ben Parise needs. And right behind him is Stephen Maguire. Fast Eddie is third, Peter Melton is fourth, and Stephen Andrews is fifth. Jones is back in sixth, McGrath is back in seventh. But the laps are still on the side of the back markers. Just look at the scrap for the lead. They are side by side in the Triple M corner. Ben Parise and Stephen Maguire. Fast Eddie Warren with some fast travelling to do. This is one fantastic scrap for the lead up front. Ben Parise is at only about 18 years of age. Into the bottom corner, Ben Parise. Stephen Maguire getting closer all the time as they go to the bottom corner, and Parise is now looking over his shoulder. Swinging through the turn down the back straight. Not much in it. Parise and Maguire, here they are again, side by side. If anything, Fast Eddie Warren getting just a tad closer. And right behind them, on plate number 3, is Stephen Melton.
Certainly Eddie Warren in third has made up a lot. Maguire is down. Eddie Warren moves on through. Peter Melton moves on through. Stephen Andrews almost gets the break. Ben Parise has got a long, long lead. The young guy, bike number 16, Eddie Warren, hard charging. Eddie said earlier on, Jeremy McGrath raking the tennis centre down here. Hay bales everywhere. Eddie Warren said earlier he has never won both classes on the one night. He thinks this could be his night. One guy that certainly disagrees is Ben Parise on bike 16. But the fact is, Warren and Melton are catching. Stephen Andrew in there, Maguire back to fifth now. Mike Jones on bike J, Jeremy McGrath on bike M. That is the readout. And Eddie Warren making waves. Peter Melton getting the come along by pit guy Tony over there at the start line. Flying bikes everywhere around the tennis centre. Parise, Eddie Warren's getting the come on. Sensational stuff. Can Warren and Melton do it from behind? Warren is making ground every lap. Jones passes Maguire down just before the wreck hour. But still, it is Ben Parise way out in front. Eddie Warren flying high. I don't know if he'll catch him.
Benny Parise still looking sharp out there, but Warren is getting just a little bit closer. Peter Melton also there. But the local boy is holding them at bay. He slowed up just appreciably down here, and Warren got caught in a rut that time. They go beneath the Yokohama Bridge. He is definitely closing a little on him. They work the back straight away, and Peter Milton is still in there, so too Stephen Andrew and Mike Jones. Coming up once again, over the jumps, down into the bottom corner. Fast Eddie is catching, laps on his side. But Benny Paris doing a fantastic job in front. The young rider, plenty of skill, and he's got a solid pace, but here comes Warren. Warren getting on almost even racing terms with him, Milton going with them. Oh, there he goes, and he's dropped it. Just a bit too much pressure for him. But Fast Eddie Warren, the man who wants to create history, winning both the 125 and the 250. Peter Milton is in second, Ben Paris is in third, fourth is Stephen Andrew, fifth is Mike Jones, and then sixth comes JJ McGrath up on the inside of Stephen Maguire. Oh, and they've had a tangle down there, so JJ McGrath has really felt the pressure. Can't take it away from Fast Eddie. 8 laps to go, 8 to go. Great scrap for third. Look at it between Stephen Andrew, Mike Jones up on the inside of Ben Paris, who almost got off the machine that time. Watch Paris and Mike Jones. They are hammer and tongs. Here it goes, Jones down on the inside, and he's through. Meanwhile, out in front, Fast Eddie Warren coming around this time with about 7 to go. Peter Milton runs in second. Stephen Andrew is third. Mike Jones is fourth. Fifth is Ben Paris, and sixth is Stephen Maguire. Mike Jones getting caught there on the inside and the rut there just on the exit. But Fast Eddie with about 6 to go. Here he comes. He's still leading from Peter Milton. Stephen Maguire's gone down again over there on number 10. Fast Eddie Milton not that far back behind the American. That puts Andrew still into third and Mike Jones back and forth after a terrible start. Swinging down over the Yokohama Bridge. Fast Eddie Warren. 20 laps the distance of the final. He still holds about half a straightaway length over Peter Milton. Then back to Stephen Andrew, who hasn't put a foot wrong here tonight. Next is Mike Jones of the United States. Jeremy McGrath has remounted his bike. But the man who wanted to try and put the 125 and the 250 into perspective here tonight for Kawasaki. 4 laps to go for Fast Eddie Warren, the Motown magician on the Kawasaki. Leading from Peter Milton on the Mulberry Yamaha. Next is Stephen Andrew and then Mike Jones. They are your top 4. Warren beautifully clear through the K&J Thomas corner, now over the Yokohama Bridge. And he is absolutely smoking here tonight. The domiciled American on the Kawasaki, Peter Milton, doing a great job on the Mulberry Yamaha, has not left his tail throughout this race. If Fast Eddie was to have one problem, you'd find that right behind is going to be Peter Milton. Over the Yokohama Bridge again, coming down. What should be the last lap board. Here it is. 1 to go for Fast Eddie. 1 to go for Peter Milton. And 1 to go now for Stephen Andrew. They're your top 3 and they're on their last lap. Mike Jones still in 4th. JJ McGrath is 5th. That's the order. Benny Paris up there and racing, but could even be lapped by Fast Eddie. Eddie Warren over the Yokohama for the final time. Last corner coming up. Here he comes, a dual main event winner. Fast Eddie Warren, second to Peter Milton, and third is going to be Stephen Andrew of Geelong. Just clear of the 4th place rider. It's Mike Jones over JJ McGrath. Fantastic finish. Well, it looked like Ben Paris was going to make it almost an all-the-way win, but Eddie Warren never gave up. He had to come from a long way back after that first turn frame, but was at least able to get back on racing terms. And Jimmy Ellis, I think you'll agree, that was quite a ride.
That was quite a ride from Eddie. He really had it all together tonight in both classes.
Third place in a sensational ride. We've had him up here before. Victorious Stephen Andrew.
Good on you, Stephen. Well done. It was a great ride. I guess 20 laps around is long enough, isn't it?
I think Kev just about summed it up. 20 laps is long enough. plus the finals and the qualifying heats. You've done well.
Yeah, I'm pretty pleased myself. I can't complain. I'd just like to thank Phil for putting on a good show. I'd like to congratulate Eddie and Peter on a good ride. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Yamaha Victoria, Frankson Yamaha, Steve Kramer Products, Shell Oils, Dunlop Tyres, Olin Shocks, Oakley, Answer Gear. And also I'd like to thank a special thanks to Ray Vandenberg, my dad, for helping me. And I'd just like to thank Tanya and Sue for turning up. Thanks a lot.
Stephen Andrew. Second place over this side, Queensland and Australia's Peter Melton.
Good on you, Peter. I remember the first time I seen you was in LA at a Supercross in Anaheim, and good on you tonight. It's certainly a great result, and we'll look for some more better ones even.
Peter, was tough stuff out there. The first lap was absolute carnage. I think there was 3 riders that didn't go down. Poor old Ducky ended up back in the pits, but nevertheless a great ride and a great place.
Yeah, well, that's right, Andy. That's just the way it goes with this indoor racing, you know. It's just touch and go. It's like, it was getting pretty touchy out there, but I was lucky enough to get through and finish second, so I'm very pleased.
You want to thank the guys? I know John and Tony won't be too happy if you don't give those guys a mention.
Yeah, I'd just like to say special thanks to the Marlboro Yamaha dealer team. They're great people, a very professional team, and I thank them greatly. Yamaha Australia, of course, for superb motorcycles. And just my other major sponsors, of course, Castrol, Barreri helmets, Oakley goggles, Answer products, Bridgestone tyres, of course. Really, just all my other sponsors, thanks very much.
Peter Melton, first place, 125s and 250s, a special night, fast, Eddie Warren!
Well, Eddie, I suppose I could have agreed with you about 20 minutes ago. It would have been easier, but good on you. And that was certainly a great ride after all the drama on the first lap. Well done.
Eddie, you said it was your night. Some may say you were perhaps a little bit too confident, but you really have shown us it was your night.
Well, like I said before, I'd never won both classes on one night, and I thought it was my night, and things worked out for me. The start was a real circus. I seen Steven go flying in front of me, and I stalled my bike, and there only ended up being 3 of us on the first lap, but you know, that's the way it goes, and I'm really happy to be up here.
I'm quite sure you'd be happy to be up here looking behind you. Anyway, you swapped earlier in the year from KTM now to the Kawasaki. It's back to performing at its best, and you look happy on it.
Yeah, well, I've been in a bit of a slump lately. I haven't had the best of results, but hopefully this will spur me on and for a good year, and that's all I can hope for.
Eddie, congratulations on the 125s. Congratulations on the 250s. Sponsors again. He keeps forgetting.
Yeah, we got to thank these sponsors. Without them, you know, these shows wouldn't be possible. Dunlop Tires again, Castrol, Answer Products, Scott Goggles, the Churbis, Regina Chains, JT Alpine Stars. Thanks a lot, guys.
There we go. Words from Eddie Warren.